Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat Podcast, the show where we review some of the week's major news in the world of football. The 20th top flight title for Liverpool. My name is Benton, along with the Man United fan, Junior. They are back on their perch. How you doing, family? Liverpool, that is. How you stay?
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
We can't hear you over this side, family.
You can't hear me from that far. I'm too far in the gully. You can't hear me, don't you? Congrats, all Liverpool, all what they call themselves?
I don't know.
Thousands.
I don't know, but Liverpool's, inevitable title. We'll celebrate Liverpool and discuss. We'll formally celebrate Liverpool at the end of the season once the season wraps up. We'll probably try to get a Liverpool fan on. Junior doesn't look like he's down for that.
Hold on. Benton, Liverpool season done. The season done for them, so we can celebrate them.
Yeah, we can celebrate, but the season's not done yet, so we give them till the end of the season.
Done for Liverpool.
Liverpool have enough, but. So on today's show we have EPL action celebrating Liverpool's success. We'll try to get a Liverpool fan on the show for at the end of the season, so let them wax lyrically about their team. Arne Slot paid tribute to the one Mr. Jurgen Klopp. I love that vibes. Love the singing. Champions League in the English Premier League, running for Champions League places is hot. We're very concerned about Aston Villa and their current form heading into the battle for Champions League spot. We'll discuss what's going on with Aston Villa. We'll also take a look at Champions League preview. First leg semi-final games coming on this week. We'll get ready for those games coming on. El Clasico, Copa del Rey champions, Barca. Big ball game. We'll discuss what's going on with Anthony Rudiger and all them drama over there, so over Real Madrid. Is it possible, Junior? Is it possible that this is it for Carlo Don Ancelotti at Real Madrid? We'll get Junior's thoughts on that one at some point in the show. We'll discuss Scudetto, InterMilan, also under the microscope. What is going on with Inter Milan? Very, very bad run of form as they head into Champions League semi-final game against Barcelona. Jamaican Premier League penultimate weekend roundup. Games actually kicking off in about 25 minutes. Malines need a victory. Yo, management, make sure to send the money bag over there. Malines desperately need a victory to remain in the Jamaican Premier League. But of course, we give thanks and always celebrate the new subscribers and all our subscribers. And those who don't subscribe, big up yourself. Thank you as always for tuning in. Big up. If this is a show for you, consider subscribing. Junior, we cannot start anywhere else than the English Premier League. Liverpool. Talk to me, family. So, 35 years ago, one day shy of 35 years ago, was it April 28th, 1990, was the last time Liverpool won a top flight title in front of their fans. Of course, the COVID title was behind closed doors in empty stadiums. So this celebration, this title at Anfield is decades in the making. Decades in the making, because today the fans got a chance to saw their team not only won emphatically, and they got a chance to celebrate like true fans they are. Talk to me, family.
I couldn't think of a better group of fans to that could experience this, to be honest. And I'm not trying to crack any jokes or be funny about it. They deserve it. They really deserve it. And you put it well. Yeah, when you put it in perspective, if I'm a Manchester United fan, Man U is known for last minute comebacks, right? And those are celebrated.
We're not talking on the bug side today.
No. Liverpool, they are known for Anfield. They are known for that never walk alone. They are known for those iconic singing moments. And for them to do that in a championship day is one of those banner moments for that will live on and people will remember. Because I can tell you this. I remember watching the TV and hearing that Never Walk Alone sing. And was it AC Milan, that AC Milan Champions League night? I hear that crowd singing that, and that's an image that is burned in my mind. And I'm not a Liverpool fan. So imagine for a Liverpool fan, and imagine those fans that are at the stadium. I remember they won emphatically, but the first 15 minutes they were down 1-0. It's a come from behind win. So imagine the emotions they go through. And so, oh my God, don't tell me someone for go wait another game for go say, wait, what tie? Wait, score again, score again. Another one, we're going to celebrate, whoa, one goal, And they have a big party from halftime all the way through. I cannot think of a better group of fans out there that deserve this moment.
Big up to all Liverpool fans. Listen, Junior, I will be on the record. And I was texting back and forth with a Liverpool fan during the game who was at a local bar here who invited me to the bar to watch the game with them. But yo, too much passa going on at the bar, so we can't bother with it. But big up to the Liverpool fans. Spurs, Tottenham is the perfect guest for today's game. Tottenham was the perfect team to play Liverpool today. There was no sort of resistance. That first 4 or 5 minutes goal from Solanke, everyone knew once Liverpool tied, the game done. So there was no sort of worry. Some Liverpool fans said to me, boy, it might be unpredictable. Tottenham. I said, Bridget, come on. This is Tottenham. And so be it, so said, so done. 5-1. Them pick up under them skin. But I think this is just a testament to the work, a testament to the work that has been done to put this team where they are. Klopp, Arne Slot saluted Jurgen Klopp during the celebration. The song singing Jurgen Klopp's name the same way Jurgen Klopp sang Arne Slot's name. I think this is just show you how Liverpool working in continuation. It's like I handed the button off to you, you handed it off to someone else, and you are, paying respect to the person who put this team together. So Liverpool, big. 15 points ahead, family. Arsenal is a number 2 side, so we're not going to talk about them. There was no sort of serious competition for Liverpool this year. This was the gulf between Liverpool and the rest of the Premier League.
True, and I'm going to add a little bit to that statement. Liverpool did not allow.
Yes, fair enough.
Because there were moments where you look back, and I don't know, this is not the year in review. And big up Arlene, big up Dalton. Dalton said the champ is here. The champ there. Arlene said Liverpool, yes. She's here. Arlene, big up yourself, all Liverpool fans. But there were moments during the season where we said, Nottingham Forest is acting like a buffer. For me, there were moments where I was saying, before people talk about challenging Liverpool, get past Nottingham Forest. Because Liverpool is playing on a different stratosphere. Nottingham Forest is the closest thing to them right now. And people are talking about who will challenge Liverpool. Get past Forest first. Get out of the Forest and then you start talking about the Stars, right? And look at where Nottingham Forest is right now. We saw Arsenal try towards the end. And right now, them just a sputter. Man City seem like them finding themselves, but Liverpool stayed consistent the whole year. Them not in a no play, no fenke with nobody in Premier League. The man them say, oh, we are on a mission and we're going to achieve it. Hats off to them. Golden trophy. Them deserve a golden trophy.
And did you see the build up to the game? I mean, did you see Anfield? Is a smoke, is a red smoke all over the place. So the fans turn up in droves, knowing that this was the day. After the game, Arne Slot said, there's no way. It was clear we couldn't lose this game. Everyone on the bus said there was no way we're going to lose this game. Imagine, the man must say that, and it's Spurs. Talk about there's no way you can't lose this game. It's Spurs. We know so you can't lose this game. They always find a way to win. I am incredibly proud, not only of the players, but the people standing here, the sport directors, my staff. We should give them a big round of applause. Let's forget it's a second title in 35 years. It's a second in 5 years. Let's forget it's a second title in 35 years. It's a second in 5 years. That's the emphatic part of that statement. Now worry about second title in a 35 years. Second title in the last 5 years, Junior.
Second title in HD. Because you have some idiot side. So look, idiot side that want to say that they are on level with Liverpool. And then they have no Champions League, no championship title in a high definition. You have some little side where have the perfect name for them stadium. Old Trafford. Because they all. They don't belong no more, man. Liverpool is a standard bearer. We're in the Liverpool era, and this is not a fluke. And actually, assuming Arne Slot is a great coach, I don't even think he has to be a great coach. Assuming Arne Slot is a good coach, Liverpool is just starting. Because he still has to build his team. This is just a carryover from the last regime, right? And this is the smoothest of this transition can be. This is the smoothest transition ever. I mean, Di Matteo had a smooth transition. Avram Grant had a smooth transition at Chelsea. They both had titles in them inaugural season or whatever, early season. But look at how it all ended for them. Arne Slot is still young. Liverpool is not a knee-jerk organization. So they are going to afford Arne Slot the time to build his team. So Arne Slot don't need, worse after winning the title for his first season, he doesn't need to quickly make changes. He can now just ease his way into his era. And you are starting on the top. So all you have to do now is maintain.
5-1 victory over Spurs. Slot becomes the 5th manager to win the EPL in their first season. Or is the 5th manager to win top flight division in their first season. Congrats to Slot. At 5-1 victory, Luis Diaz, Alexis McAllister, Cody Gakpo, the legendary man himself, the one and only Mohammed King of Egypt, Salah with his goal, and of course Destiny Udogie with an own goal. Former Liverpool striker Dominic Solanke scored for Tottenham. In terms of the football game itself, to me, basically, I enjoy. It's just a day for just make the stars, aka make the big team showcase itself, and I think it was a formality. I suspect Spurs manager Ange Postecoglou felt like this was a formality, knowing the fact that he benched Romero and a few of his so-called bigger players, as they have an eye on Europa League semi-final coming down. So the football game in itself, it was just it's what I expected. In fact, I expected 6 still. So it was a formality, and it just again a testament to Liverpool's outstanding year, and them still have some ball games that to play in the Premier League.
But they ain't got nothing.
Because now it's just a record thing. It's just how you can pad this lead by what's the margin you can win this thing by. That's ultimately the next question,
I think I am going to push back a little bit. I think the next question right now is, will we start to see changes Arne-Slot looks to make for next season? Because your preseason starts now. So good, we accomplished the goal. We have nothing else to play for. Now let's tweak this. Let's tweak that. Say Dalton, imagine when we get a true number 9. All right, so let's make that spot for the number 9. How are we going to play with a true number 9? Because Liverpool will look different if they get a true number 9. So
yeah, and all of that. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's a lot. And BM says, big up the rare side Liverpool, coming from a bad mind Man U fan.
And all of that. I mean, there'll be enough time, I think, for Liverpool and Liverpool directors. In fact, they probably already made the decisions on who they I think was it last week during the call-in show. Liverpool insider Mr. Fabi Frano said that Luis Diaz, Jota, and who else may go on a road, or Gapco may go on a road. Anthony Gordon may be a target. We noticed Anthony Gordon not seen a lot of minutes over at Newcastle, so who knows? So Liverpool already might have Darwin Núñez, most likely gone on a road. So we know that Liverpool is already, Edwards and the group and the brass are planning ahead. My only curiosity for Arne Slot and for Liverpool is that did Slot peak too quickly? Because to win a Premier League title in the first year, normal, and to do that now, how do you top this? Win Champions League is the next thing, or win multiple Premier League titles. That's the next sort of thing. But it's not easy to win a Premier League title, especially in the first year. Ask man called Mikel Arteta over Arsenal, who still a battle for life I try to win a title.
No, but if Arne Slot was 65 years old, then I think that's a conversation to be had. But right now, it's all about building a dynasty. Not even building a dynasty. Right now, it's all about continuing the juggernaut, right? Because Liverpool was a juggernaut, and now Arne Slot is showing all the Liverpool fans out there, we can continue where we left off. You're in good hands. You're safe, right? Jurgen Klopp have had us going in a certain direction. Here I am proving to you that we're good, right? But reality is, you have some dogs out there coming in, because Man City and Pep is revitalized. So Arne Slot, gear up yourself for a run next year, right? He just cannot fall back to the pack. He cannot do that. Arne Slot and Liverpool has set the bar for excellence right now in England. Now is the onus is on the other teams to step up to that mark, and let's have a run again like we did before. And I think Liverpool fans will be fine with that. I don't think Liverpool fans are as misguided as other teams' fans, where, we're supposed to win Premier League every year. I don't think they're that misguided. Because you don't see knee-jerk reactions by them. So Arnis Lad is young, he have the energy, him know him gonna have some fight, and he's going to have to own it, but the organization going to have to make some decisions to maintain where they are, because maintenance is key right now.
Football family, Liverpool crowned champs of the EPL. Almost 35 years ago to this day, April 28, 1990, Liverpool defeated QPR in front of its fans. That was the last time Liverpool lifted a trophy in front of its fans. Of course, the COVID trophy in 2000 was behind closed doors. Yo, you remember this 1990 team doing the reading on Liverpool? Bruce Grobbelaar, name real. Of course, we know it's John Barnes. In fact, this is probably why some of the Jamaicans supports Liverpool. Me.
I was a Liverpool fan.
So listen to this 1990 Liverpool team. Grobbelaar, Heinsohn, Burrows, Steve Nicol, Barry Venison, Alan Hansen, the captain, John Mobile, Ronnie Rosenthal, Ian Rush, John Barnes, and Steve McManaman.
You call the ball at him.
The front three then are normal. John Barnes, not to say they were playing in a tree. John Barnes on the left wing, Ian Rush down the middle, Steve McManaman, and that team that are normal.
No, but Steve McManaman wasn't on that team.
No, he wasn't on that.
No, I think you're talking about Steve Starton.
No, I'm looking at the team here. Steve McManaman.
McManaman?
Yeah. Not McManaman. Not McManaman.
But for me, you see that 1990 Liverpool side?
Yeah.
That 1990 Liverpool side, Tottenham that year too, for me, is all about football Sunday. And anybody who wants to them a Jamaican and them love football, you look at them and say, football Sunday. And if they are over 40 years old and don't know what football Sunday is, you're a Jamaican liar.
How about you remind us of what football Sunday is?
But JBC.
Yeah, some of us are country never have JBC, brother.
And if you never have JBC, I saw it go. But JBC used to have football Sunday. And them just show one football game. And 90% of the time is Liverpool. It's either Liverpool, Tottenham, Nottingham Forest used to come up on TV sometime too. Nottingham Forest is coming up on TV. I remember
Watford used to be on TV.
Watford used to come up on TV too. But
Watford used to have one Jerry Curls, brother. Fast like grease lightning.
I remember Tottenham had Gascoigne, Gary Lineker, David Platt.
And Wimbledon used to, in them dirty jersey, Wimbledon used to come on TV and pay a mud pit them a sliding up. Yo, one of the worst football games you ever watch when you watch Wimbledon play. Big up probably Earl, but brother,
Grobbelaar. Yo, Liverpool.
Yeah, man, Bruce Grobbelaar, the name there.
So Liverpool they're entrenched in Caribbean folklore. Because not only in Jamaica, that's the whole Caribbean. They've been entrenched in our folklore. So to celebrate this title with them, I mean, yo.
And Dalton said it was called Football International.
Nah, man. Dalton, it was football Sunday.
All right.
Yes, it was Football International, but we called it. You know what?
Maybe they don't have different TV. Your JBC has football. So. All right, but what is always noticeable about Liverpool, and I mean, just like today's Liverpool is the winger, right? John Barnes. And just like today, you just have a baller who just, surgical on the wings. And of course, Mohamed Salah is today's version. But, I mean, John Barnes down the left wing was just something poisonous for watch Liverpool back in the day.
Hey.
And Ian Rush was just a goal scorer. Yeah.
A goal terrier. Ian Rush and Gary Lineker, goal terriers. But
in fact, I rate Rush over Lineker still. Yeah, I mean, I rate Rush over Gary Lineker. And the reason being, I can't really distinctly remember Lineker creating goals. He almost remind me of the brother down in Italy, Inzaghi, who them need tap in. And I probably some offside goals Gary Lineker scored back in the idea too. Yes, talk to me. Big up to the family. Geraldo Haynes says, talk about 1990 pool. You have to talk about Everton and Pat Nevin, Merseyside derby. Them days they did hot. Hot like fire.
Hot. And my cousin, at times, said football international. Dalton, right? Football international.
Look into the camera, Junior, and tell the Dalton Liverpool fans, saying, right. Yeah, look to the side and talk about Dalton, right.
All right, Dalton, you're right. But what was John Barnes? What was the folklore for John Barnes? Remember see if country and town stay the same way. What was the folklore for John Barnes when we talk about a country? What was the thing? Remember see if country and town are the same thing.
I mean, John Barnes, I can't distinctly remember the folklore. I just remember when we go play a ball after ball game. We know everybody wanted to be John Barnes. And every man want to go down the left wing and put a crossing.
I want to say is Crystal Palace. And Dalton not going to know this. Dalton, correct me if I'm wrong. It might have been Crystal Palace, or it might have been Middlesbrough.
So the question is, what elevated John Barnes and make him great?
There's a moment. You see, like how Echeberry, where Echeberry have a moment when him score. Not Echeberry. What the one that Italy named the goal scorer? Stanis, whatever him one name.
What, Scolacci?
Scolacci. And Scolacci a run and he see him go so and Emma do this, Emma have that moment, right?
Okay.
John Barnes' moment, and I want to say is Crystal Palace, but I could be wrong. John Barnes had a dribble where he used the line, and the linesman watched the ball, and John Barnes a beat man on the line, and the ball will go over the line. And dribble goes straight
the ball will go. Oh, okay, the ball will go over the line. Yes, this is
The ball will go, and John Barnes a beat man.
Him did what's the one? And of course, every man used to try to go Sunday ball game or try to replicate it. And you can't duplicate that. I mean, in a tight spaces, the ability to keep the ball in close control and move around defenders. I mean,
those days, defenders literally tried to kill you.
Yeah, man, them kick up. They know how much time they want to kick up him cloth. I mean, Mr. Someone broke him up. And Dalton said it was Millsborough.
Yeah. Yo, the mother broke down with everybody are dead and the linesman run. And linesman said to look for the line. And I said, wait, the ball will go over the line. The ball will go. Wait, all the man reach on this.
This also brings a larger question. And big up to Liverpool. Junior, after all these years, you still supporting England after England this John Barnes at the 1986 World Cup?
Better, I was a baby then. I don't know.
So when we give you all the information, and you still decide because
it's pending a review.
Because I still can't, because I remember in the 86 World Cup, the whole heap of fire when man are born against England, how them this John Barnes in the 86 World Cup.
Why John Barnes never come play for Jamaica?
He's British, bro. Jamaica, the outside. Yes, Jamaica, they have big side, but Jamaica never serious ball game. Why? Come on, man. But congrats to Liverpool. Big up to the family. I mean, Liverpool family,
So we know what do everything condensed, a short show. What keep to the time limit. But question: what is your moment this year for Liverpool? Cause we just not celebrate Liverpool. What is there a moment you can point to that is resonate this year for you and Liverpool? For Liverpool in England winning the Premier League, is there something you can point to and say this defines Liverpool?
It's Mohamed Salah on the ball running at a defender. Single for me is just looking at how defenders are shaking, backing up towards the goal with Mohamed Salah running. And that is what this team is synonymous with, in my opinion. Mohamed Salah has his imprint all over this team. Now, Virgil van Dijk, leadership and defending with Ibrahim Konate, Gavin Birch, yes, Alexis McAllister from outside the 18. Them all have spectacular moments. But for me, with Liverpool, and maybe this, no, probably can't do this era because when Sadio Mane was there, Sadio Mane on the other wing was. Yeah, I think this is my picture of Liverpool and something that for me, even the moments when Mohamed Salah wasn't playing well, Liverpool wasn't playing well because this is how surgical Mohamed Salah is and clinical for this team. And also, most importantly, or equally as important, is just the passes. The fact that he can, have a defender thinking he's going to go down the wing, cut back, and take a shot. Now the passing is just split. That is the image I will have of this Liverpool team. What about for you?
He's honest lot and his defiance. I think honest lot. I said it earlier in the year that he just looks like an a-hole.
Yeah.
He just have a smug look on him face, so you just want to slap the hell off of him. Feel like, but just a light, brother. He's a coach where I would die for having coach my team, but to compete against him, I just can't. I just don't like his face. Yeah. He just have a look on him. I want him to stand up and him just he has a demeanor to him that is defiant, and I think that kind of carried over into the Liverpool team this year, where they're just fired. When they had the injury crisis, that they got bit. The injury bug did bite them. The row with the striker, Darwin Núñez, when Slot basically say you're not going to be a striker for the future. The bottom of the team could have dropped out then. And the man just stand up the fight. And I think there was a game, then they lose a game, or them losing in Europe, draw the next game, and had that little patch. We would have said, is this the Slot patch? Every team have this little patch where they run through. And the man them just stand up defiant and just forward back the next day. Gravenberg somehow just turned a magical number 6 this year. They just turned out a baller. McAllister seemed to remember how to play in a Liverpool jersey like he have an Argentina jersey. The man was defiant, brother. So Dalton said, my moment is the Fulham game in December when we played almost all the game with 10 men and took the game to Fulham. With what they were playing, you would have thought Fulham was a team playing with 10. And that's true too. I remember that game.
Yeah, Mohamed Salah said, quote, "It's incredible to win this with our fans." Speaking to Sky Sports, this is 100% better than the last time, especially with the fans. We have a different group now, so to show we can do it again is something special. Mohamed Salah, of course, 5th all-time leading goal scorer in the Premier League. Was it in the 2020 title where Alisson had that header? Was that season? Because that is something that just ring that stuck. When that header from a corner, when you think of them dead, and he went up for that. Was that the 2020 season?
Dalton, I have to tell you, but I don't think so.
Dalton, talk to me. Was in the 2020 season Alisson scored that header off the corner to keep the title hopes alive or something like that? So And because this was, I think at the time they were like, yo, if Liverpool now win this ball game, them dog me and them supper.
Yeah, that was May 16, 2021.
And Allison went up for that corner kick, and there's no way on the planet of Earth we think say, yo, Allison has score. Allison, who? And was it Cube? Who them score? What's the idiot side? Cardiff?
West Brom. Was West Brom.
Was West Brom, you see?
West Brom.
West Brom.
Yeah, it was West Brom.
So Liverpool
They were chasing top 4. They weren't chasing the title then.
was chasing top 4. Okay. Liverpool champion, but that's also an image that I remember. I don't exactly remember the date of when it occurred, but that Allison header was something else.
But that defined the era. You're defining the era where you pick moments where you can say this defines Liverpool, and it really does. It really does.
Yeah, and as when the season wraps up, we'll do a more in-depth analysis of this Liverpool season. We'll discuss. We'll have some Liverpool fans calling. Who knows? We'll have some Liverpool fans calling. But congrats to Liverpool, 20th top flight title for this team. Now they're back on their perch, tied with Manchester United. And Dalton said it was to qualify for Champions League. Yeah, man, respect. Now they're tied with Manchester United and 20 top flight titles. So big up to Liverpool. Big up. But Junior, there were other EPL games this weekend, and of course the big focus of this weekend's EPL action, Premier League top flight, top 4 race. Chelsea defeated Everton 1-0. Newcastle defeated Ipswich 3-0. Those two results, big victory for both of those teams, family.
Yeah, and the team that didn't even play is under the microscope for me, because talking about Nottingham Forest, they played in the FA Cup and get them penny pop. But Chelsea, to me, I think that Chelsea win is more remarkable. Chelsea is a bigger side. We get that. Chelsea invested more money. We get that, right? But the Chelsea that we have seen over the last couple of weeks, or the last couple of months, ever since the famous Maresca interview, that Chelsea doesn't exist anymore. That Chelsea seems to have galvanized. Now, the funny thing is, I think it's fool's goal. And the reason why I think it's fool's goal is the same damn thing happened last year. Pochettino couldn't figure out Chelsea for some reason, and towards the end of the season, them start playing good. It's the same set of players, and they're just doing what the Chelsea players do. So I'm not buying into this turnaround for looking towards next season, but for the top 4 race, I think they are a serious contender because the players seem to have switched on. Newcastle is giving a good run, but the schedule.
We'll look at the schedule. So looking at the table, current standing in the top 4 race, Newcastle in third, 64 points, 62 points from 34 games. Man City in fourth, 61 points from 34 games. Chelsea in fifth, 60 points from 34 games. Nottingham Forest in sixth, 33 points, 60 games. Aston Villa, 7th, 57 points, 34 games. We'll look at the schedule again and remind listeners of the schedule, but we'll discuss Aston Villa. We'll start with Aston Villa. The defeat to Man City in the Premier League 2-1. Of course, we'll discuss FA Cup here in a second. They also succumb in the FA Cup semi-final to Crystal Palace. You're reading an Aston Villa, family. In the last Sunday, we said that, at least I said, that Aston Villa was hot like fire, the way they ran Newcastle off the field. In a matter of 7 days, Aston Villa looks like a different football club.
I think they run out of gas. I think depth issues. They have players, but they don't have good playing players or players in good form at the worst time right now. The PSG second leg, they had such a great game, and that energy carried over into the Newcastle game, right? But then when you burn all of that energy and you have to replenish quickly for a quick turnaround to play Man City is the worst timing. And then now you're gonna come, you add on to it now, losing against in the FA Cup semifinals to Crystal Palace, and the way you lost the game is that it's okay if you had lost 1-0 and you're losing at penalties, then you can say, you know, it's a bad run of games and blah blah blah. But to get beat so convincingly when everybody knew it is Aston Villa versus Man City final, FA Cup final. Everybody looking forward to that. If unless you are an Aston Villa fan or you are
unless you are a Crystal Palace fan, everybody knows.
Everybody know.
Yeah, the neutral. Yeah, that was the game I wanted. Yeah,
I think Crystal Palace. There ain't no way Crystal Palace fans going to say this team will just play PSG the way they just played, and then turn around and lose to Man City. So emotional. They're going to take us to the woodshed. And I think Crystal Palace braced for that game that way so much that they were so prepared to play against Aston Villa that didn't show up. So they took Aston Villa to the woodshed, and it showed. Sarr rolled back the times because he was expecting to play against a team that had PSG, the Champions League semi-finalists, on the ropes. And them just never show up. So we'll see. There's only 4 games left. But we'll see. I think there are more ebbs and turns and flows. And there will be more turns and twists.
We'll look at FA Cup semi-finals in a few minutes here. Aston Villa's remaining games in the Premier League. They play Fulham. They will play Fulham on May 3rd. May 10th, they travel to the Vitality Stadium to play Bournemouth. May 18th, they host Spurs and wrap up the season against Man United at Old Trafford. This schedule, it's not a difficult schedule for a team for the Aston Villa that I saw against Newcastle. It's not a difficult schedule, but I don't know which Aston Villa going to turn up.
Right.
So the inconsistencies that I've seen from Aston Villa the last week or so, I am concerned. So I don't know if Aston Villa is going to finish in a Champions League spot. I think right now, maybe their best bet is probably a Europa League spot.
And Europa League is 6th. Their best bet is a Europa League spot. And there are 2 points behind that. And they are playing against Fulham, who have an outside chance to the Europa League spot.
Fulham season done, man. Fulham are bug side because I think Fulham lost their last few games.
Doesn't matter. Fulham can win and be 3 points behind Aston Villa after if them beat Aston Villa.
Oh yeah, they defeated Southampton yesterday because for a long time yesterday Southampton led this game and I was like, what go on?
But they're still there. So Aston Villa chasing Europe, you might want to make sure you have your eyes in the back of your head because you have to protect your head back.
Nottingham Forest sitting in the 6th position. Their schedule looks something like this for the remaining Premier League games. They
play Brentford.
Yeah, play Brentford.
Then they travel to Crystal Palace. Then they host Leicester. They travel to West Ham, and then they host Chelsea. That Chelsea game, that's the game that everybody is going to watch. That is the game that's going to be on the flagship station. The last.
So they have the Leicester City, is an easy 3 points. May 11th.
Crystal Palace is FA Cup final bound. Crystal Palace.
I don't know about the Crystal Palace. At Selhurst Park, no. From what I saw from Crystal Palace yesterday, I no, I'm not gonna say that's an easy 3 points.
Brentford is
but
chasing
I
top.
huh?
Brentford chasing top 10.
But for Forest you should defeat Brentford.
Sure.
The only reason why I said Forest would not defeat Crystal Palace, I might find Crystal Palace difficult, is because of what I saw from Crystal Palace. Eberechi Eze is playing some serious football. And of course, him and Wharton and Williams in that midfield. I don't know. I don't know with Forest. They go. This game is at Selhurst Park, so you can't slip at Selhurst Park playing Crystal Palace.
I think they get 10 points over the next 4 games.
So 10 points. Will 10 points be enough?
No, I said 4 games. So going to the last game of the season versus Chelsea.
Okay, going into the last game, I guess.
So they'll be I think they get 10 points. I think they will get they'll get 3 wins and a draw. So they'll be on 70 points. The onus is on Chelsea to keep pace.
All right, now Chelsea's fixtures, remaining games are they play Liverpool next Sunday. This coming Sunday, May 4th, at Stamford Bridge. Send for the sacrificial lamb. Because this is title winning Liverpool who probably say, you know what, we just have a ball aside.
Chelsea, Benton, news flash. Chelsea not playing in Europe next year.
All right, so they play Chelsea and Liverpool versus Chelsea May 4th. May 11th, Chelsea then travels to St. James Park to play Newcastle.
They're not playing in Europe next year.
And by the way, big up Eddie Howe, Newcastle's manager. It's good to see him back on the sideline in yesterday's game. They said that physically he's not back to 100%, but mentally he is. He was in the hospital for pneumonia. So good luck, all the best to Eddie Howe. On May 16th, Chelsea plays Man United at Stamford Bridge. And of course, that May 25th game against Forest. I mean, this May 25th game, Junior, Forest just could need 3 points. I mean, because Chelsea them season might be done already.
Chelsea might be done already because Chelsea only getting 1 win out of all of those games before Forest. So them beating Man U. They're going to beat Man U. So Chelsea going to be on 63 points while Nottingham Forest is on 70.
Yeah, 63 points won't be enough.
Chelsea not play Champions League next year.
They're not play. So now for Chelsea, their best bet is to win the Conference League and play Europa League.
Yeah.
That seems to be their only path, at least.
Well, they will qualify for Europa League outright. So maybe, does that mean that Aston Villa will get the Europa League? Does that mean the 7th team will get the Europa League spot?
Oh, I don't know. We have to take. Yeah, that's a possibility because if they do win, there's an automatic spot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll have to see that. We have to check out the permutations for that one. Man City's remaining schedule, family. Man City has Wolves on host Wolves on May 2nd, Friday. Southampton, they travel to Southampton May 10th. Bournemouth travel to Man United on May 18th. And then they travel to Craven Cottage on May 25th. 4 games.
May 18th, when move. Because the FA Cup final is May 17th.
Okay.
So Bournemouth game definitely going to move.
Okay. So that one will be postponed. But the schedule is not, it's not a difficult schedule.
No. They should beat Wolves. They're going to beat Southampton. They're going to beat Bournemouth. Fulham game will be tricky, but I see them getting 9 points. Or I see them getting 10 points. I see them getting 10 points here, so they'll get 10 points.
I mean, looking at the way they're playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they win all the remaining games, and including the FA Cup.
Should, but this is how close it is. And this would make for must-watch TV. If they were to get 10 points only, right?
Yeah.
We'll finish on 71 points.
Yep, that would put them on 71 points, yeah.
If Nottingham Forest get the 10 points going into the Chelsea game, they would be on 70 points going into the last game of the season.
Yes, against Chelsea.
To leapfrog Man City. Yo! So they have to beat Chelsea at Chelsea to leapfrog Man City to make it to Champions League, and Man City wouldn't have them, don't have them destiny in them hand. So Man City have to win out of these games. Look at that.
Yeah. And then the final team in the Champions League race, the Newcastle, remaining games.
Sorry, it's 5 teams making it to Champions League. Sorry. Never. So I just top 5. There's no drama there.
Brighton versus Newcastle on Sunday, May 5th. Chelsea versus Newcastle, Sunday, May 11th. Arsenal versus Newcastle, Sunday, May 18th. And Everton versus Newcastle, May 25th.
Why? Why? Better that schedule a tricky.
I think the only thing I can say here, and I'll say this emphatically, the Everton that we saw yesterday against Chelsea, Newcastle will get 3 points at the last match day at St. James Park against Everton.
All right. So how much points you think they get? How much points you think they get out of those? 12 max. How much points you think they get?
So they will get the points against Brighton, so that's 6, and Everton. The Arsenal game is up in the air. It's a toss-up. Oh, they'll beat Chelsea at St. James Park on May 11th. That's 9 points. The Arsenal game is the toughest of the slot because this is at the Emirates. Yeah, 9 points max. Them now beat Arsenal at Arsenal.
So if they get 9 points max, they will finish on 71 points. That means they have a bugger team last game of the season in that 70 to 71 point range. So maybe top 5 really come back into play again at the end of the season.
So what's Newcastle's goal difference though? I mean, let's see what their goal difference looks like.
Yeah, question. So Newcastle's goal difference is plus 21. Man City plus 23. Chelsea plus 19. Yo, last game of the season is going to be must-watch TV. They're going to drop.
This goal difference is not good enough. The man needs to separate. Them need like a Liverpool type of goal difference. Something needs to go on. All right, so to that end, Newcastle, who them a play? Them need to bag up Brighton. Bag up any side them can bag up. I'll give them 6.
So they can put Chelsea out their misery.
Yes.
They put Chelsea out their misery in 2 weeks. Find a way to get a result against Arsenal. We don't know if that is Champions League final attending Arsenal. We don't know. If it is Champions League attending Arsenal, they have a chance.
Yeah.
If it is Champions League semi-final out in Arsenal, then they're going to be pissed off. So it depends. There's a lot of football left. At the end of the day,
Big up Wayne. Wayne said them now beat Chelsea, Benton. Stop it. Junior, I want to go on record right now. Chelsea versus Newcastle, May 11th at St. James Park. If you have a money to put on this ball game right now, today, who you put money on Chelsea to beat Newcastle?
Hell no. Hell no. I can't trust
no.
Hell no.
No.
No. And Newcastle
At St. James Park. Chelsea, who we saw yesterday against Everton, will travel to the Magpies to beat. No, man.
I know Newcastle. Newcastle might
You'd have and say yes. I'm gonna put that money.
Newcastle might even do like a celebratory welcome for Eddie Home that game. Just for hype up the crowd even more.
I guess one thing I will say is this for Chelsea. The return of Romeo Lavia in that midfield is huge. But then better wrap him up in a some sort of protective coating. Because he is essential to whatever they plan to do. In fact, you saw yesterday, he moved in the Everton game. Maresca essentially moved Casado out wide to sometimes drop into a right back role to then come inside occasionally like he wants Reece James to do. But he could do that yesterday with Casado because he knows that Romeo Lavia is such an essential engine in that midfield.
Yep. So I just one more month.
So Carly Jr., who you got? Top four. As we get new information, we make the best of it. Again, we just
top five. Remember, it's top five.
We're going with top four, brother. We're not top five around here.
All right, so top four.
Because we don't know if Arsenal will win Champions League.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City.
Yes, it's top five. Sorry, top five. I was going on top four.
But
top five. Okay.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle. So it's a toss-up between Forest and Chelsea.
I would just discrediting Aston Villa. We're just
and
going
so Aston Villa is out.
We're going let Aston Villa out. Toss-up between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest, who ironically they play each other the last game of the season. I saw it go right. Yeah.
Yes, Chelsea plays Aston and Nottingham Forest at the end of the season.
The winner of that game get the 5th spot. I know what I want. I want it to be that Nottingham Forest have to win that game to get the 5th spot.
Yo, you probably Liverpool sitting them to come down, man. So it's number 7 makes the Conference League here?
Yeah. No, 7 or 8. Hold on.
Okay. So 6 is Europa League.
6 is Europa League.
Top 5 Champions League.
Yeah.
So who make Conference League?
Do they even still have Conference League next year?
It's not readily apparent. We need to do some research on it.
Yeah, 7. It must be 7.
Okay. All right. So I mean, Chelsea definitely have a chance, but with the top 5 sort of layout.
The thing to confirm is if they don't have the Champions League qualifications anymore, right?
Okay.
You just go right into the Champions League group stage.
The round robin tournament.
Yeah, I remember before the 4th place team used to go into this. They used to go into this like qualifications where you have to try qualify for the group stage.
The group stage.
It was easy. It's an easy qualification, but that means they don't have a preseason. So that was the rub. But I think they go straight into it. So if I wanted to come down Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea, the last game of the season, being played at Nottingham Forest, the winner gets top 5. And I want it to be Nottingham Forest have to win the game. They have to chase the game since they are the home team. That's what I want to happen.
So last year, May 25th, Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. Newcastle hosts Everton at St. James Park. Fulham hosts Man City at Craven Cottage. And if Aston Villa is somehow still in it, Aston Villa will travel to travels to Old Trafford to play Man United.
The Rashford game.
The Rashford game. Football family, we have a call-in show in the middle of the week. Can call in and give in a prediction them time. Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. family, because this is hard to predict, because I feel a little bit of a sympathy here for Aston Villa, and we are going to pivot straight to the FA Cup right now. I feel it for Aston Villa, because imagine you made such a great run in the Champions League. You went to the FA Cup semi-final, and you might not even play Champions League next year.
Well, same thing happened to Leicester. Wait, if you about Leicester will win Premier League,
But Leicester City genuinely did want to regress, because them sell off them players. Aston Villa has been investing in the group.
Okay, fair enough.
Aston Villa, now to the FA Cup family. Talk to me about these FA Cup games. FA Cup semi-finals. Yesterday, Aston Villa 3-0, semi-final 3-0, succumbed to 3-0 defeat to Crystal Palace. Ebery Eze and Ismail Assar were the goal scorers for us, Crystal Palace.
Aston Villa just wasn't ready to play football. They just looked out of it. They looked mentally lethargic. They looked like the season is over. They look downhearted. It is what it is.
My question is, Kamara in this Aston Villa team. I thought Yuri Tillemans, it looked like to get the best of him now. He's been playing some good football, but yesterday was not a great day for him. In fact, the goalkeeper Dibu Martinez made an error. Shouldn't he have saved that? Which goal was that? Or was that against the Man City? Yes, the Man City goal.
The Man City near post.
Yeah, the Man City one. Now, I am a bit surprised that Amadou Onana did not play in that midfield yesterday against Crystal Palace. And my simple reason is because, all right, we know Kamara is the preferred choice for Unai. But Kamara is still a young player. Still a player, still trying to cut his teeth. Also returning from a major injury. He's been back, but, he's played a lot of football down the stretch. And for me, you have our dog, aka our workhorse in Amadou Onana. Onana would be marshalling or walking with ease everywhere him go in this football game. If him tried nothing fancy, kick him down.
But that is revisionist history though. And we're trying to go in the mind of Unai Emery right now and say, why didn't you? I think we have to look at it from a macro level. If we go micro level, yes, you go and pick your best level. What's the best level? But looking over the last couple of games, did that run of form affect Unai Emery's approach to the game? Because we know he's not discrediting Crystal Palace and saying, "Oh, we're treated like a practice game." What was he searching for in his decision making? What kind of continuity was he searching for in his decision making? We saw players jettisoned out to sea a couple games ago, and then players come back and get game. Never make a difference here and there. You see some players will play over the last 3 games, they even see the field. What in his mind, what could he have been searching for? And that's what we have to try to figure out. And revision his history. It just didn't work out.
Unai Emery apologized to the fans after the FA Cup exit. Junior, is Unai Emery under the microscope here?
Yeah, hold Hold on, the guests are, hold on. Better, I'll come off here for a second. Give me 1 second.
Okay, family. We have a special guest joining us here on Ball Chat. Junior is gonna talk. At least I think he's talking to the special guest. But yes, BM says 6 Europa League, 7 Conference League, most likely Villa. So BM has Villa going into the Conference League. Big up Richard Green, YNWA, you never walk alone. Big up to the Liverpool family. Big up. It's a bit perplexing to me to see the way Aston Villa played yesterday against Crystal Palace. Kudos to Oliver Klasner and Crystal Palace. Eze and Ismail Assar, they were excellent, but something off here with Aston Villa yesterday.
I'm gonna cut it better, but keep eye up on the Zoom. The guests that try to come in.
Okay, yeah, we have a guest I jump on for a second. We're going to put football game discussion on a pause for a little bit.
I don't really put it on a pause, but
I'm not.
you see one thing about Ball Chat, our show represents Jamaican culture, right? And when we talk about Jamaican culture and one thing about our brought up say, anytime when you think about Jamaica, you think about sports and you think about music, right? And right now, on here, we have a legend in our culture passing through, and we have the opportunity to talk to him, and I would have never give up this opportunity. Even though it's a football show, we can represent Jamaica and don't bring in the legendary Anthony Malvo. Mr. Malvo, welcome, General.
Yeah, man, respect my general. You know, so football, sport and music work together, you know, remember, you know. Cause every time you got a football match, at halftime, a music I play, you know, if you go up on a football field, on the sideline, a big sound, string up. You see me I say? A brother and sister, man.
So I call a brother and sister, Father Malvo, and this is Jamaica, we're a Caribbean PS podcast. I would talk about football. What is your fondest football memory? And you can give me one for you as a civilian and one for you as an artist.
All right. For me used to go on private high school named Warren Hall High School. And we play against a school named Vauxhall in the National Stadium. It was the final. And I want to tell you, say, it come down to the match blow up draw, and so they have to do an extra time. And I was the man who scored the lone goal. You know what I mean? It was a vibe. Yeah, me scored a goal from my side. So we win the competition to me. 1-2. I hear what I'm again to. Do you miss so tired? When the man kick the ball, I'm right in the middle, so right in the little box, so. I 1-2 punch, you know, brother. You know, 2 punch shoot like a gunshot. I mean, I tell them that the goal in them swear past him, you know. I couldn't do nothing but that bossy kick. 1-2 punch, fly past him like, I say, yes, that is it. Yeah, man, so that was a good one, you know.
Yeah, man, give thanks. We have the wonderful, the legendary, the man himself, Anthony Malvo, joining us on Ball Chat. Anthony, you know, say, back in the day in high school, I and a few of us, boys, utilize your lyrics to try to get girls off.
Boy, I know some of that couple times. I'm
not saying it worked for me still enough because we're not as vocal as vocal credentials as you, but
the words
it helped us really, really well. And the big tune, the winter's love is
beautiful.
But how has it been, man? How has it been? It's been a long time, you know?
It's been good. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I've been there and still holding it and still doing it. I never stopped doing it. And it's been good, you know. It's been good to get even better because now we have access to social media and, you know, I have access to my own studio. I'm in my studio right now. I'm in my own studio. So, you know, I have control by the music right now. You know, I live in Atlanta now still, but It's nice, man, and I can do. Me have control over the music where me can put up my own song. Me can send it to enough places because social media make me up to date. I think 2 days ago, a brother from Israel linked me, and I said, boy, him that Israel and him really me are one of my favorite artists. So back in the days, me couldn't get any opportunity there. You know me I say so. You know, it's a great vibe. You know.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
And speaking of vibe, the reason why you're on right now is you have a new song released, and it's
Yes.
called Loneliness. And
Yes, new song.
one of and people, let me tell you something. When it come on to music and performance, first of all, Father Malva, I know we respect the art, I respect the thing. And the secure with him wife, don't go to Anthony Malva show. She give the one look here, say, come here, baby, let me sing to you. But I worse if you go drop all the bye-bye loneliness to her right now. Because
I can tell you.
I want the people them go out there and stream it.
Yes.
Get bye-bye loneliness is a summer song. It's a
Right.
summer song. And me want the people them go out there and just support the business, support the music. Like you say, you have control over your music now.
Yeah.
Right? Where you can control the rhetoric where you're sending out to the people then.
Yeah.
With this song, what's the goal? Other than just make people hear the song, is it to bring back that vibe?
Yeah. Because you happen to it. It's a new song on an old beat. So we want to bring back the reggae, the real reggae. Because we see the youth them nowadays, them very smart, them lyrical, but the beats are not there. And we want to bring back the beat, them. We want the loving of the music where you know so you can hear the music and feel and get a vibe from it. You know what I mean? Nice music where it can play Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, anytime. Your kids, them, your grandmother, anybody, you know what I mean? I say them kind of song that we want back in the business. So yeah, and we want to capture some of the younger generation to me. You know what I mean? That's one of my thing too. You know what I say?
We talk about love rhythm. So it's a foundation rhythm.
You're right.
Her foundation reggae music. Why the people them go out there and support the thing, man? Support.
Yeah, man. We just want them support it and, you know, we can follow up on all of the social media so we can interact with them because that's what we do. We interact. So now we have the platform now. So when somebody say hello, me dead if you say hi. You know, I'm right there. Like me come like a telephone operator. You know what I say? Yeah, man.
I'm gonna play the show that to end the show still. So I bet the people get a piece of it, but I need them to go out there, get it on all of the media platforms that
Right.
you listen to music. Go out there and stream it. Support the music. What you want to tell your fans right now? Because like I say, you're accessible.
Yeah.
And people can reach out to you. We can reach out. Thankfully, we can reach out to you and link you anytime. And
Yeah.
that's an honor for somebody that I look up to in music, and I can link you anytime. And you know, say, "Oh, come on, I'm for you something." But what that you would want to tell a fan right now that's listening? Because we have some fans in Africa, some Kenyan fans that watch ball chat and them love reggae music.
Well, I will tell them, say, when you go to the parties, just ask the DJs to play Anthony Malva Bye Bye Loneliness. Because we need the song to go viral. We need it. Because if you don't get the support like that, it's not going to go. You know what I mean? I say, you have to go to the DJs and make him know. The radio station, you call them. Or if you see it on social media, you go on it and post it. So we can make the song. Because without that, it'll just come and just drop in that hole and just gone back again. We have to make sure so we keep promoting it. It's not me alone. We need everybody for, give you a strength and promote the song that it can go really reach far. You know what I mean? You remember that song with Paris Riley? She's royal. That's one of them, a sort them vibe they want the song, get that type of household vibe there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Everybody can listen it. I'm sure my mother will love this song. I'm sure my auntie them will love this song. I'm sure everybody granny will love this song. Everybody wife will love this song. Even that little baby can hear this song and relate to it. So
yes, man.
Come on, a big show. In fact, I download my streaming later on after the show.
Yes, I am.
But Anthony, a lot of people don't know this. So we have young listeners, but a lot of people don't know this, that you cut your teeth with the legendary Black Star. And yeah, I saw a clip of you. I I do a dub plate one day. Said, yo, link me for dub plate. But
Yeah.
that's how you continue. Tell us the family about your story. Remind us about the Anthony Malva story, the journey.
Well, the journey is I grew up in a place called Papi in Kingston 6. And my first audience was I used to go to church with my grandmother. So that was my first audience. Then after church I go on and I sing two songs and come out. Me used to T for God dance with me and Brigadier Jerry. He used to carry me go dance. And yes, and then we used to sing for a song in Black Star. Then when we Black Star come from my neighborhood, a place called Elston Flats. Then we leave Black Star and go King Jammies. That's where the real thing start. That come like at my university there. So I learn everything, the whole thing. Me there with Shabba, the Johnny Osborne, the Jose Whale, the Sanchez. Everybody was there. It was one big yard full of artists from 10 o'clock straight back to 12 o'clock in the night. So that's how we start the journey and start make song. And you know, that's how everything started. I will make up a song that's on it. That's it, go on, you know?
Yeah, man, I saw you on Rubber Dub Thursday.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
big up
that
to
is
Teach
that.
Them and big up to the
Yes,
entire
nice.
family that run in Rubber Dub Thursday. I think it was on Teach Them YouTube channel.
Yes.
And I pay a pot cover of people and not because the singing and the vibes.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just
The vibes,
adult, grown adult music and the love.
Yeah, man,
You don't have that night dance
we
hall
try
like
to
that,
sing
right?
timeless music, you know, good music because you know makes you sing stupidness because couple years from this when you get to go older, you're gonna shame on yourself because you didn't want to hear you back yourself because you can't believe that them crap they are sing. You know what I mean? So best way you do it good now. That's why certain artists look on Barris. You see your Barris sang them from way back. You still have young, the young, the whole, everybody are still listening to it, you know. So, music now no age, you know. Anybody listen to it, you know. Because when Barris come, him bring out everybody. So the man can't tell me about a grown music artist. His music is just music. You see what I'm saying? That's how it go, you know what I mean? So it's a vibe, you know. See Cartel come here now and him cannot change a vibe and I do some better music. You know what I mean? I said I'll even in persona is a different vibe. Him more acceptable. You can't walk up to him and him run joke one time he was so stiff. Cause rude boy thing know him nice because him see grew up on him. You know, the whole business get nice still. I like how the business get nice. I'm give thanks to the old people or Cartel come and make the vibes wake up at the crowd and make the reggae music get back get back a strength, you know?
Yeah, man, give thanks to me. And
Mature. Cartel more mature for sure.
yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
man, mature.
And speaking of the word mature, your previous studio album was that the latest studio album.
Mature.
Is entitled Mature.
Yeah, man, mature. Great album.
Talk to the people, because big people discussion we now, and we have some big up to the young subscribers at Balcha, but they need this sort of education regarding the reggae music.
Mature, it made in COVID time. We start that album because we didn't have nothing to do. So we sit in the studio because my brethren him have a studio close to me, so we go sit in my house and we just will a vibe and we just stay there and make a nice album. And it really go and get some good players still. And it's a timeless album. It's not an album where hype up and thing. It's an album where go still like like a Bob Marley album or a Dennis Brown album. Yeah, you're youth come back and play the album there and I say, boy, them song are bad. You know what I say? It's what I'm kind of, so it's a mature. It don't mean old or nothing. It just mean like the type of words you get is mature sound. You know what I mean? Good argument, you know? Yeah, them vibe there.
How many years have you been in the business, family?
Well, about 43 years. About 43 years now, you know, about that.
Yo, it's nothing, if you do something for 43 years and do it at your level, it's absolutely impressive. 2 years, most of we can't last that long, much less 40.
I too, man. But I see, I love, you know, because the music have a lot of ups and downs. People, you know, you have, you know, everything people try to make you look like matter, good. But it's when you love it and just believe in your own self and carry the Almighty God with you, car that will leave out the Almighty God with you, you know. So that one of the things will keep me. So nobody watch some face like in a race house you put a thing called black blinkers. So they ask can't look that side
distracted.
Yes, well that me about me wear blinkers so me look straight in front of me so nobody can mess with me, you know what I mean? I'm gone. So that's why I stay so long night.
Give thanks.
Man, respect.
We have to get if you do a dub play to ball chat, you know.
Yes, man. I know not that, man. We can't do that, man. Put something
We're
for
proud
ball
of
chat.
your work, family. We're proud of your accomplishments.
Yeah, man.
Your story is exceptional, man. I mean, and as a youth, like I said, when we were at school, you know, Where I use Anthony Malva draw to running and
Draw some girl. Well,
Yeah,
and the first time you heard it, you heard more than one time, so that's a
yeah,
good
man,
one.
I'm telling you, man, this was the go-to because your songs represent love. And this is a
Mm-hmm.
timeless classic, the timelessness of this
You
music.
see, when you sometime you know Jamaica and live at Jamaica, sometimes you don't know what you're worth. Because back in the days, we didn't know what we're worth, you know.
Yes.
Till when we start travel now and go some different place, we get stories like that. We meet a youth one day in Florida and somebody said, Malva, I see him and look around and I say, what? I never hear nobody call a name yet, you know. So I must have found them. I go to him and say, boy, I'm Mr. Malva, you know, so I know some name. But when we used to go to school and Malva sang, me used to sing. So you know, so I just pick on the name and say my name Malva. And now the man have a restaurant called Malva Chill Spot. That's the restaurant name, you know.
Yeah.
So me I'll show you how things stay, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's serious.
man.
So when you
100%.
travel, you go someplace and your man give you a story about this. You know what I mean? You say, wow, you know, you say, boy, I'm really important. You know, so you really, you really have a word, you know what I mean? So it's good, you know?
Yeah, man. When I watch the Rubber Dub Thursday, I say, yo, this is like it's just taking you back down memory lane, and
Right.
sometimes because sometimes you don't get a chance. At least I know I don't get a chance to sit down and just listen to those artists perform.
True, man. True.
You know, and so and I was fortunate recently to take it Burning Spear.
Ah,
And,
that's timeless. Yeah.
and he toured Atlanta here, and it was at this place down by downtown Atlanta. And you have some, you know, man like you and these legends that pave the way for the next generation.
But I'm going to tell you, there's a next nice show coming up in June if you have time. June 15th, and it's gonna be on the south side over Douglasville side, the other side out there. But the show is a show me out upon it's Maxi Priest.
Of course, man. Them not do them, man.
You know about it?
People them need to sit on the flyers, you know.
Yeah, man, I'm selling flyers, man. Cause that show there gonna be a Maxi
walk out with
Priest,
my wife.
Anthony Malvo,
My wife I did that,
Luciano
man.
in a circle. Itana. Them show they are real show.
A big people.
Yeah, man.
show,
When you
big
go for them, when you come
people.
to them show, you get music for your soul, man. You know what I say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Real.
So all right, so June 15th done in
Yes.
Douglas. All right.
I'm gonna send flyers. I'm gonna send flyers to Junior. Make Junior. Yeah, I send flyers to Junior.
Yeah, man. Of
Yeah.
course, because you know we want those adult shows because at the end of the day, so many times that as a fan of the music, it's a struggle to get these artists. I mean,
Right.
Barry's
You don't forget-
passed through a lot.
Yeah.
And we love Papa Barry's, Father Barry's.
Yes, man. Yeah,
We
man.
love Father Barry's.
Yeah, man. Love him,
But
man. Love
we
him.
don't know, so we love John Holt, we love all of the
Dennis
legends,
Brown, we love
Anthony
everybody, yeah.
Malvo, we
Yeah.
love Marcia Griffiths. We want to see those artists and
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You
we
want
want
to see them
some
more
costume,
often. So now you get the opportunity to get 5 good artists when I'm talking about nice. When you sit down, you get music, good music straight till you're ready for go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
man.
like you got church, you get your soul filled.
your soul fill up. I will be there. Ball
Yeah,
Chat
man.
family, big up in yourselves because we are roll out June 15th.
Yeah, man. Roll out, man.
Anthony
That's
Malvo and the
a
entire
good
crew,
show.
Maxi Priest, Inner
And it's not a
Circle.
late thing. Start. I think it starts 6 o'clock, so you know it's a good time to go. Because it's a Sunday, you know.
Exactly.
Get time to go home and go rest and get up next Monday morning and feel fresh. Because you get a good vibe, you know.
I will be there. I'll be there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Bless
but tell the family about the new song again, the new single.
Well, Bye Bye Loneliness is out right now and it's on our digital platform where everybody just go and support it. We want that song to be a household song. If we just want it, support. You know what I mean? And you can check me out on Instagram, The Real Anthony Malvo, and Facebook, Anthony Malvo, TikTok, Anthony Malvo, you know? And you can just check me out on them thing there. And if you yell me up, me go respond to you. So you don't have to worry. And follow me, man. And you can get the story. You see my journey, you know? See my journey, yeah.
And people get to see that you're a real person.
Right. Real person, yeah, man.
You know, superficial. And
No,
that's
sir.
what I can say about you is that for real, respect you to the max.
Yeah, man. Never hype. You know what? We love music, you know?
Why them have to keep playing the tune over Marla, Georgia family?
Yes.
I have a talk to the shop owner say, yo, Anthony Malvo tune not playing it if you put on the entire album, you know?
I want to say, yesterday I went into a store
Yeah.
and I hear my song playing in one of the store. Come me, I wonder if you must be there. Because yesterday, I wonder if you was there, because I hear my song playing in the store. I said, what?
Yeah, I saw you posted it on Instagram.
Yes,
And I was
okay.
like, yeah, well,
Why you
Anthony
follow me?
Malva tune that I run the place.
Yeah, man, I'm going to the store, me, I'm walking in the store, I'm here, bye, bye. I mean, I say, what? This is good, this is good. You know, it's a good vibe, so that is a good vibe, you know? So we're glad for that, you know?
Yeah, one of our listeners just said, boy, I'm taking Bye Bye Loneliness. It's a wicked, wicked tune.
Alright,
Wicked, wicked, wicked
give
tune.
thanks, give that support, man, a support, man. And when I put the thing them on social media, share them. All you have to just press share now. Share. So it got to your fans and,
Yeah,
you
of
know, say
course,
go
we're gonna
viral.
press it. We're gonna press the button
Yeah,
all
man.
over
Yeah,
the
man.
place.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So respect yourself, man, and give thanks for this little moment here, because we, you know, we not take it simple. You know, we respect it, man, because we know say it's a football thing and different thing. You could have say, you know, but it when you still invite me and it's a good vibe.
No, man, it's all love, man. Family and community. Ball
Which team
shots
is your
all.
team, Father Malvo?
Yeah.
Which team is your team? You have a favorite team?
You mean like, well,
Team. Jamaica.
well, at Jamaica. Well, a long time I don't know about nothing. I don't know what going on at Jamaica when it comes to football again. I'm used to football now, but I don't follow it again like that at Jamaica. But World Cup now, you know, so we have couple side, you know, we have, you know what I mean, because, you know, me like France and me like, you know, Brazil I want me to side them, but you know, France, me like France and, you know, couple of, but yeah, you know, we used to play ball enough, you know, but you know, we're not playing a ball again like one time and follow it up that much again. But we love it still. Anytime we see it, anytime World Cup start with them, we make sure so we log on. And we know say it soon come back again. So me know say couple game up in Atlanta. So I'll be there.
Definitely, definitely. Anthony,
Yeah,
before you leave,
FIFA.
go ahead, Joe.
Yo, want FIFA open the door and make Anthony Malvo perform a World Cup.
Then I must
Oh
have
man, that's sweet, man. That's sweet.
Anthony, before you take away yourself, before you leave, those old recordings on Black Star, like sometimes it's hard to find those dub plates or even those sound systems playing. Is there a source that one can go to? I know YouTube. I'm gonna put them up on YouTube. Do you
Yeah,
have a
that's what-
YouTube
I'm gonna
channel?
start
Are
doing
you
now.
down to putting up such things? Because some of them dub plates back in ideas.
Yeah.
Did you know, it's a dance hall fan. You know?
It looks so, you know, look like it's a dancer, man.
Yeah, man, it's a dance hall fan, man.
But it look like why you know say on YouTube, you know, cause me a couple of them on YouTube myself, I go find and just put in the name and them pop up, come and I put them on and people I put them on still, you know. So
Okay.
the source, you know. Yeah, one and two man have some good for cassette. Me don't know how you name Pablo, him live in Atlanta too. When you go a female that pay cassette, him have all a Black Star cassette them and them things. So I don't know, you know. But a YouTube are the best place to get it still.
Because that's one of the struggles, right? Is cataloging and keeping
Yeah.
that history
Right,
in
right.
very, very good format so it can be transferred to the
Yeah,
next
man.
generation.
Next generation, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, man, for real,
Because
man.
me a hear upon Black Star with Bigger D, Jerry and all of them, and I say, yo, I will find this, I will find them things.
Yeah, man. Some man find something, man. I'm gonna tell you here some car. What do you mean a song? I say, but how long time? Me never start sing about that song, you know. Cause me one song I play one long. I say, but me never start sing about that song. I never remember about that song, yeah. So that vibe, you know. It remind me back on some song when me leave out and some nice song when me should have sing still, you know. So me find them. Yeah, man.
Why you make Jamaicans them love Can You Find the Rain?
Yeah, can you stop the rain? Yes,
Can You
man.
Stop the Rain?
Yeah, man, that was a big song for me. It was a really big song. Big up Bobby Digital, rest in peace and thing, cause he was the one of the man where when we got to him with the team, I said, Malva, you know, me I play that song in my car for about a week now, and I listen to one of my favorite songs and see you come with. I'm say, what my favorite song too? The man will find the right to the man. That was the history. Right now, the song. Anytime you sing that song anywhere, it's a big deal. Like some people know it, never know the original until never know the original. Them know
you was the original.
yeah. But you know, that's a reggae stay now. That's a reggae stay now. Reggae.
What's the original?
Anytime
Give me
you
a
sing
P-side now. Give me a P-side.
Baby, can't you stop the rain from falling? Won't you chase my cloud away? I'll give anything to see the sun again. Only you can stop these tears from falling. I can face another day. Baby, can't you stop? Can't you stop? hold the rain. Yeah, man.
Just stream by loneliness right now. Everybody go stream. Just stream
Bye
by.
bye loneliness. My baby's waiting for me. I don't care what you say or what you do. My baby still love me. Bye bye loneliness. My baby's waiting for me. I don't care what you say or what you do. My baby still love me. I was in the shadows searching for my love. Then come my baby, blessing from above. No more loneliness and no more tears. Might have some onyx, but now I'm feeling clear. My life is brighter, I'm feeling alive. Floating on cloud nine, no lullaby. Baby, now you got me, I will tell you no lie. You are my honey girl, I love you behind. Bye bye loneliness. Boom shakalak, man.
But hey, look. All them on them and they go hug up a no girl
Yes.
and just listen to Bye Bye Loneliness and
Yeah,
just
man,
make,
I say
hey, yo.
loneliness done with. Loneliness
I
done
love
with.
we are dealing with around here. And give thanks,
Yeah.
family. Give thanks.
All right, so bless up on yourself. See you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man,
Bless
give
up.
thanks. Yes, I am. Respect.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right.
Anthony Malva by Loneliness now available on all platforms. Let me get that. Get the stream back out. Junior, yo, the man voice still smooth.
But you have to make everybody hear it. You have to make everybody hear it. Because me know that personally. You see it? But everybody have to hear it for themselves. That was the voice of Anthony Malva. You hear without a studio mic, you hear it coming through Zoom. And you listen to the voice. I hear the power in the man's voice. 43 years in the business.
43 years in the business.
People support Bye Bye Loneliness right now. After the show, in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, go to just stream Bye Bye Loneliness. Just stream it. Big up our father. Say, my father come on and say, big up Malva. So my father come on and say, yo, looking forward to hear the new song. So
big up to the original. Salute to the original Mr. George Pringle. Salute. That's the original. Yo, Carbon, we are dealing with palm ball shot, you know. We have a big up. Salute to the original Mr. George Pringle. Salute, family. Salute, daddy. But football family, yeah, man. Wow. Up. Yo, my vibes now. I didn't even know if it start back with this Premier League thing. What we did there? FA Cup?
we got Premier League, but we got a Champions League now.
Champions League preview. Yeah, Champions League preview. That's how we're there now. UEFA Champions League preview. Semi-final games coming up this week, family. Arsenal versus PSG Tuesday, 3 p.m. Barca versus InterMilan. Junior, Arsenal say, yo, Arsenal ladies are into the Women's Champions League final against Barcelona. There are those who believe that this will be the same thing in the men's version. Arsenal versus Barca final.
And ironically, on Arsenal AFTV, Robbie came with a brilliant stat that said, every time the Pope dies, that year an English team win Champions League. Yo, can Arsenal be any more Netflix-like than this? The Pope died the year Man City won. The last Pope that died was that year. The year before that, I think it was Chelsea or Liverpool won the Champions League that year. So Arsenal is going up against history. So to answer your question, they might as well, PSG might not doesn't matter show up because you're going up against divine energy.
Head to head, these teams have played each other 3 times. Two ended in draw, and a 1 victory for Arsenal.
And this year.
Keys to the game for your family.
This year? Huh? I think Arsenal beat PSG this year, right?
Oh, I don't know. Arsenal fans, let me tell me. I
Yo.
am looking at the record here. They defeated them 2-0. Kai Havertz and Saka. They drew 1-1 in the 16-17 season and 2-2 in the 2016-2017 Champions League. Way back in the old days in the European Cup Winners' Cup semifinals, 1-1 Arsenal, 1-0 Arsenal over Paris. So that's the tale of the tape between these two teams. Arsenal also has a very good record against French teams, Junior. In fact, everybody have good record against French teams.
Yeah, Farmers League. But I think the key though is going to be Arsenal hosting the first game. PSG is also up against history because PSG notoriously throw it away all the time, right? There's a reason why they haven't won the Champions League yet. They've always been close, or always feel like they should be close, and find some way to buckle it. I think with Arsenal hosting the first leg, they need to come out on the front foot. We know Arsenal are going to give up a lot of goals. They're not. But they're going to need to find some form of comfort going into Paris. And I think that's where the game is. That's all we care about. Can they find comfort after this week? If they go to Paris and is on a knife's edge, maybe the Pope dead for nothing.
Yeah, you know, I get, you know, for Paris, they would want the tie set up this way, right? I mean, have the second leg in their city, their home, and, you know, of course, a close tie. I think for PSG, the keys to this game, the key players for me is Fabian Ruiz. He's and Vitinha in that midfield. Vitinha to an extent because he's so talented, right? But Fabian Ruiz, very experienced player. Kind of what I'm calling switchblade, or one of them all, you know, them all ratchet that we can multi-use. What I'm used to call them, the thing there with
Swiss Army knife.
Yes, that is Fabian Ruiz, sort of player. And in this scenario, I think he's gonna be central for PSG. But all that being said, I don't see how PSG defeats Arsenal over two legs. Arsenal, of course, beat the big bully, the big team, Real Madrid. This Arsenal midfield, now, they will miss, was it Declan Rice?
Partey.
As a Partey is out for the first leg.
Yeah.
So then Rice and
Jorginho probably.
Jorginho in midfield.
But then they're hosting, so it's not like I wouldn't expect Arsenal hosting PSG to be put under a tremendous amount of pressure at home. If the Paris game, they're going to need Partey. You see, it's just because I think it's because of expectation. We expect PSG to throw it away. I think that's the reason why you will say we don't expect Arsenal to lose to PSG. It's because of the expectation of PSG to just wet the bed, right? But PSG is just young and naive and ignorant enough to not even know that they should wet the bed. This moment they might be just ignorant to their history. They might be clueless to what the expectations are. And Lucha, whatever I want him, might just be that naive of a coach to withstand the PSG free fall that we all seem to expect. I don't know. I think the game is going to be. I really think at the end of 90 minutes, we're going to either say Arsenal is in trouble, or let us see what PSG does second leg. I think Arsenal, the goal for Arsenal is build up enough to defend in the second leg. I think that's just the goal. That's just the goal.
It's all right. If we look at the matchups, I don't see Ousmane Dembele overpowering Julian Timber on the left back. I don't see Ousmane Dembele getting the better of Timber. Now, on the right side, I'm worried that Arsenal will have trouble shutting down the Georgian Kvaratskhelia. This is a tough ball game, and rightfully so. It's Champions League. This is what you expect. Jakob Kivior was great against Real Madrid, but now he's running against different animals in terms of players that are going to be moving in and out. The PSG players dropping, it depends on how Lucho sets up. You know, we have seen that he tends to float at midfield, that front three around a little bit.
Get for the front three.
I am very concerned about Arsenal without Partey, this midfield.
You're talking about, all right, Julian Timber, before Arsenal, before this season, what's his position? He's a centre back. He's a centre back playing right back, right? Forget about Dembele. Julian Timber, Mendes is bombing at you constantly.
So, but I would expect Timber, all right, so because Timber would be on the left back, right? So Mendes is the opposing left back for PSG. So he's gonna be gunning, yeah.
Okay, so Hakimi.
So
wherever you put Timber is a centre back. He's a centre back for Netherlands. Right?
Yeah, but he's been playing in the box for Arsenal, right? Right or left. He plays both sides.
That's cool. But you asked me earlier if I was to put money up, would I put money on Chelsea? If I was to put money up, I'm going to tell you right now, Lucha is going to target Timber. Hakimi, Dembele, Vitinha, run at him. Put triangles
not Dembele,
around. What do you mean by not Dembele?
Because you know what? You know one thing that I think will nullify Dembele? The physicality.
And you know what's going to nullify the physicality?
Speed.
VAR giving away a penalty.
Okay.
They are going to bomb. The worst thing Timber would want to do is to be running back towards his goal with Vitinha, Dembele, Hakimi, or Mendes, whoever, playing a triangle around them, boxing the ball. A centre back's first instinct is always going to be this. I remember against who was it, Liverpool, Hakimi set up Mendes for the goal.
Yeah, they do like to push those backs pretty high up the field, both right and left back. Achraf Hakimi on the right back and Nuno Mendes on the left back. But there should be opportunities there because of the fact that they want to go forward.
Well, newsflash, and Sean not going like this. Before his injury, Saka wasn't fast. Coming back from injury, Saka is not that fast. He's not quick. So the Declan Rice at Bernabeu, not Bernabeu, Bernabeu. That Declan Rice better show up, especially in Paris. That pressure releasing Declan Rice better show up. Martinelli better show up because Odegaard will get fixed up. Can tell you that right now. They are not going to let Odegaard beat them. So Saka, Martinelli, Una better come ready to work. So that's what I tell you. For me, after 2 games, I think this one is the trickiest to call. I really think so.
All right, that is the Arsenal versus Paris game. I mean, pound for pound, I don't know. On paper, PSG is a favorite. What Arsenal did to Real Madrid leads me to believe that Arsenal can win this tie.
On paper, I think Arsenal is the favorite.
On paper, and the reason why I think on paper PSG is favorite is just the talent, the depth of PSG squad. The subs coming off the bench, high impact subs.
The potential.
But these are things that we have seen them do. Like what you can because Barcola probably won't start. So Keva will probably get the start. Yes. Barcola is surgical, coming off the bench. Then you have the other kid, when named Duedu or whatever, who scored the golazo against was it against Liverpool in the last game?
Yes.
So on paper for me, it's just like even if Arsenal may stop the first wave, the starters, now you have to adjust to the second wave. And I don't know.
But if there's a team out there that is equipped. All right. So for me, the reason why I push back on that, if there's a team out there that is equipped to stymie that wave, it's Arsenal. If there's a team out there that can take your best punch, it's Arsenal. And if there's a team out there that has shown, of all 4 teams, the one team that has shown cracks in concentration is PSG. Arsenal can look at that PSG Aston Villa game and say, we have a chance. All we have to do is sustain the pressure, pick our moments, apply pressure, sustain the pressure when we can. We have our chance.
Yeah, man, but Arsenal side, how can I don't be bad side this, brother? I mean, David Raya will be used in this football game. David Raya will be used. Will be huge. No disrespect to Arsenal, they have talent, but if you look over on PSG's team, I mean, of course they have a big goalkeeper, Donnarumma. Yeah, Junior. God, good luck to Arsenal, right? This game.
Remember, the last 2 times the Pope died, an English team won the Champions League. The outdoor will be Arsenal will beat Barcelona in the Women's Champions League.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Look at the Arsenal bad team and just
Speaking of Football Club Barcelona, in the other semi-final, Barcelona will play InterMilan. Worrisome time for InterMilan. Defeats in their last 3 games. In their last 5 games, InterMilan has lost 3 games on the trot. Drew the 4th game. So what's going on with Inter Milan? And there seems to be a spot about that with Lautaro Martinez, Marcos Thuram, and company family.
Yeah, I mean,
and even with the defeat today, they slipped to 3rd in the Scudetto. After they dropped points to Roma today in Serie A.
And Scott McTominay fired Napoli ahead. Wow. Who would have thought? But but as for Inter, look, You see, the rhetoric Wednesday night. Remember, Wednesday we have our halftime show. Wednesday night is going to be one or two conversations I am going to have. Is Rest versus Russ. Inter is having a downturn in playing. If Inter shows up and dominate Barcelona, I am going to come. I'm making a note right now. I'm giving you the script for my take this Wednesday. If Inter win or dominate or look like the positive team going forward, I'm going to say Inter doesn't care about the Scudetto. Them win it enough. They focus only on Champions League. If Barcelona shows up and dominate and win, I am going to say Barcelona took all their fixtures seriously, pointing to the La Liga, not La Liga, the Copa del Rey final that just played this weekend, a high emotion game against Real Madrid, found a way to win at the death, and then turn around and rode that wave of emotion and beat Inter. If Inter beat them, I'm going to say they were drained from that Real Madrid game. Which is right, which is wrong, it depends on the outcome of the game. And that's how I'm going to sell it. I'll make you know that right now. That's how tricky this game is, because Inter got them head beat off from AC Milan in the cup final, or the cup game, in the second leg after being 1-1. And you look on it and be like, this don't look, something look off. And then turn around and lose again to Roma, who will have to give my boy, the Roma coach, Claudio Ranieri, however one name. Ranieri. We'll have to give Ranieri.
Claudio Ranieri, yeah.
I have to give Ranieri credit. We can't overlook what he's doing at Roma. After Jose Mourinho, he come back and just kind of settle the ship. But is it that there are busting out at the seams at the wrong time? Is it that pressure is getting to them? You had an opportunity to win a treble. Can you lose the treble in a space of what, 10 days? 14 days? You go from possibly winning a treble to not winning a trophy in 10 days? Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's concerning for Simeone, Inzaghi, and Marcus Thuram Marcus Thuram was out today for the Roma game. They were left with Marko Arnautovic. Yeah, remember Marko Arnautovic from Stoke City days. Let's watch the space of what if Marcus Thuram will be available for the Barca game, and if so, what sort of shape or condition he will be in. I think Barca fans and Barca faithfuls all over the world is looking for revenge for that 2009-2010 semi-final defeat. I think Barca fans want this game. Barca fans want this game to exact the revenge after the 2009-2010 semi-final defeat, where Inter Milan and Jose Mourinho defeated and eliminated Barcelona from Champions League. And then Inter Milan went on to win that Champions League. Now, we saw Barca this week. Barca play some serious football. And they are playing good football. You have to figure out a way to stop them from scoring. Defensively, yes, there's an issue there, but you have to figure out a way to stop them from scoring. And Inter is probably best suited to do this, but I don't know if it's sustainable to keep this Barca team out. They will score on Inter.
If Inter has a reset switch, or if they do have an on switch where you can turn on and the real Inter will show up, Inter is built to beat Barcelona. If their last 3 games didn't happen, I would have told you that I would have picked Inter to beat Barcelona. I picked Inter to beat Barcelona last leg. I said Yamal is going to have to show that he's ready for primetime football. It's not going to be like Real Madrid. That Real Madrid-Barcelona game, I'm a Barcelona fan. I'm looking at that game as a marker of or a sign of bad things to come in the next against real teams. Because that game was too open. Barca versus Real Madrid was too open of a football game. And Real Madrid have no intention of playing defense. They are not a defensive-minded team. Barcelona knows that. But Barca want to toe-to-toe with Real Madrid. Inter, on the other hand, they're not into the run-up and down football. So if Barca come and want to play run-up and down football against Inter, you better protect your back. You better protect your head back. Because the real Inter defends and attacks together. Barca is not ready to play against that. And if that Inter shows up, Barca is in trouble. But based on their current run of form, Barcelona should win, at least the first leg.
Yeah, the man them can have flop a idiot farm at the business NI season. We don't feel sorry for them. 12 matches, these teams have played 12 times in their history. Barcelona 6 victories, Inter 2, 4 ended in draw, and Barca 17 goals, Inter 10 goals. Keys for me, Jules Conde needs to be big and big because the boy DeMarco will be gunning down that left side. So, boss. But, these are obvious things. And so ultimately, I think Jules Conde has been very good for Football Club Barcelona. Pedri, it's hard for me to see how Inter win this football game based on the run of form, as you said, and based on where these two teams are. It's hard for me to see. Barcelona seems to have all players available, no suspensions for this game. InterMilan, Denzel Dumfries is going to be huge. Let's see what happens with Marcos Thuram and this injury family. Ball game Tuesday and Wednesday this week, family. Big football game. Big football game. So you're calling it. Which one we have over these two legs? All right, we're going to lock with eye and flip a coin. And we don't call.
I think the Arsenal PSG one is a real kind flip. Inter Barcelona, I think Barcelona. I think Hansi Flick have Barcelona. Barcelona is kind of like PSG in a roundabout kind of a way. They're young and they're just young and ignorant and dumb. Look at Ferran Torres and what he did against Real Madrid.
Ferran Torres, the man in the Lego Barcelona. They're not supposed to be a Barcelona. Orange him figure peel.
But he was the hero.
Orange peeler.
But that's the thing with Barcelona. Rafinha is playing on a different level when he have on the Barca jersey. You can't explain it. You have to look at it and say, what is it about Rafinha that is world class? Nothing. But he's performing at a world class level. You cannot explain it. Lamine Yamal is not the first name you call when you talk about Barcelona, but he's the most decorated baller right now. Young, but he is the shining gem in that side. Terminator is an old man, but him just going to score. Talking about my boy, right? Yeah.
Lewandowski.
He's going to score. Danny Olmo is a baller. Danny Olmo is the straw that stirs Barcelona's drink, in my opinion. And Danny Olmo is the guy that steers the ship. But around him, you just have some young baller that it's almost like the Barca shirt it's almost like it have powers. You put on the shirt and all of a sudden you just turn into prime Messi out of nowhere. Rafinha just turned it on Messi like, yo, what is?
Barcelona hosts the first leg of this encounter, Inter Milan versus Barca, on Wednesday. Both games and the home for Champions League is Paramount Plus. Boy, some of we have to do our work still, but.
I will. Let me not put it this way, and I'm no shame to say it. My work meetings camera will be off.
Now to Jamaican football report and Jamaican football news, family. Time for going where we are, but we have to. Just concluded Premier League scores. Just ended. All games kicked off today at 4:30 p.m. Chapeltown 2-2 with Tivoli. Dumbleholden 1-0 over Portmore. Harbourview put on a 6-piece meal on Vere Phoenix United. 6-0. Montego Bay 1-0 over Cavalier. That hurts. Mount Pleasant 3-0 over Mullines. That really hurts. Racing 2-1 over Humble Lions. Waterhouse succumbed to a 2-0 defeat to Arnett, Junglist Garden. Let's take a look at the table, family.
Do you really want to look at the table, then?
Yeah. Humble Lions, one more round of fixtures remaining in the Jamaican Premier League. Even with the defeat, Mullines still sitting somewhat safe. Chapeltown and Mullines are on the outside of the relegation zone. Humble Lions need to figure out themselves real fast in the next game. Why Mount Pleasant that play so hard? I mean, the man them gave Mullines 3-0. What go on?
Well, we knew that was going to happen.
The man them, they have 90 points, the thing done already. I mean, why them play so hard, General?
Did it last week, and Tapa is on a mission.
One round of fixtures remaining on the 4th of May. Arnett versus Harbourview. Cavalier versus Mullines. Chacha. Humble Lions versus Mount Pleasant. I guess this is probably the only thing that saves Mullines and Chapeltown is that Humble Lions finish their season against Mount Pleasant. Dog them supper. If Tapa try to prove a point.
Yep.
Racing versus Portmore United. Tivoli versus Mobile. Vere United versus Chapeltown. Waterhouse versus Dumbleholden. I guess Chapeltown get a beating stick, so they're supposed to secure their space next year.
All they have to do is just take care of business.
All them have to do is take care of business.
Just take care of business.
That's all them have to do. Chapeltown should defeat Vere Phoenix, take care of business. They are safe. Humble Lions, maybe Tapa will call off the Dogs.
Really?
Maybe Tapa will call off the Dogs.
Really?
Yeah, maybe Tapa will call off the Dogs. So that's it for Jamaican Premier League report, family. And for the top of the table, the playoff spot, Junior looked tight like, whoa. Mount Pleasant 90 points. Mobile United 75 points. Arnett, Junglist Garden 73 points. Cavaliers 66. Portmore 63 points. Tivoli and Waterhouse 55 points. Tivoli is in the 6th spot because of a plus 12 goal difference. Waterhouse have 0 goal difference.
Must see TV last game of the season.
So who does Waterhouse play on the last day?
See, Firehouse play.
So Tivoli plays Mobile United.
The Waterhouse plays.
And Waterhouse plays Dumbleholden. Does Dumbo Holden have anything to play for? No, season done.
Yeah. So if you want it, you have to earn it.
You can, yeah. And then Tivoli plays Mobile United. I guess Mobile United still has something to play for because Arne Garden could leapfrog them into the second spot, and that gives them a bye into the next round, right? So Mobile United still have something to play for.
Yep.
So Waterhouse and Tivoli, good luck to you, family. Good luck. Yo, BM says Arsenal versus Inter final. As in Champions League final.
That's a safe pick.
All right, Junior. Time for you to drop it, Junior. Now, bye loneliness. Bye loneliness by Anthony Malvo. Time for you to go my way out. We have to drop a piece of the tune. And
you never know who will show up on ball chat. Just trust me. You never know who will show up on ball chat. We know people. Bye loneliness. Anthony Malvo, people, make sure to support the music. Support it. It's free to hit play. Even if you can do that, go up on YouTube, find Bye Loneliness. Go on Spotify, wherever you ingest your music from. Support the music. You love reggae music, support it, and just hit and play. Just like on Ball Chat, just hit subscribe. It's free.
No more loneliness. Bye loneliness. My baby's waiting for me. I don't care what you say or what you do. My baby still love me. Bye loneliness. My baby's waiting for me. I don't care what you say or what you do. My baby still love me. I was in the shadows searching for my love. Then came my lady, blessing from above. No more loneliness and no more tears. Might have some heartaches, but now I'm sinclair. My life is better, I'm feeling alive. Floating on cloud nine, no alibis. Baby, now you have me, I will tell you no lies. You are my honey girl, I love you beehive. Bye loneliness. My baby's waiting for me. I don't care what you say or what you do. My baby still love me. Bye loneliness. My baby's waiting for me. I don't care what you say or what you do. My baby still love me.
I big up the whole VP family. Big up VPAL, the whole VP family. Hey, you know what a song that kind of, I know I'm going to tell Marvel, the song kind of give me a Pat Kelly talk about love vibe. Talk about love.
Yeah, man, I've been showing it. You have to go hug up. Hey, hug up my wife here, brother. Bye loneliness.
Support the music, people.
The game music is available on Apple Music, Amazon Music. Download, of course, Anthony Malvo on the real Anthony Malvo on all social media handles, and it's a family who interacts heavily with his fan base. So follow him, give him a follow, and download the song Bye Loneliness, the latest single from Anthony Malvo. Bigger. Junior, 43 years in the business.
Yep, I only for years at them.
Jaja, give thanks, family. Salute that. You have to salute to that.
DJ, even though me is a retired DJ, any selector me here play Pat Kelly, talk about love, and play Bye Alone. Right now, we're going to war. I just give somebody the perfect mix if they can pull off that mix. And that will mash up the place. Whereas if you're you see, Father Mother, trust me, we'll tell you this, because when Natural Vibes get in music, we'll play them a dance like I will bust through on a dance. Me know for bust through.
Why can't I have a string up his sound again, brother?
Nope.
Alright.
Nope. Tired.
String up his sound. We have one song, one dance occasionally every 3 years.
Nope. Done.
Bye-bye Loneliness. Anthony Malvo now out on all streaming platforms, family.
Yep.
Yeah, man, like that. Time for go, man. We are connect with us on Instagram.